Hello, hello, good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you are viewing this, I'm greeting you with wonderful, wonderful, huge arms of joy and magic and love into your life. I pray that all is well on this beautiful day. Today is Monday. It's May 26th. Yep, it's May 26th. Happy Memorial Day to all of those people that celebrate. I hope that you are kicking back, having a good time, enjoying yourself, being relaxed with your day off, and or sharing some information with friends and with family. I welcome you on in. Tell a few people if you can that Sonja Marie is live and we are going to conduct a transit reading. And for all those that do not know, I just want to make sure that I tell you for while people are coming in that this absolutely is a transit read, which means is that we talk about the things that are happening in a general sense in a transit way, meaning that the universe is in transit, right? It's always moving, right? So we're talking about generally what's happening this week for all of us. Now, how you parlay that information, how you absorb that information, how you work through that information is on you, boo boo. It's on your rising sign, your moon sign, your sun sign. But this is general information, and at least you can dissect and see how you want to take this thing. You ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? It's so good to be here. And I want to say too, before I get into any real quick announcements, I want to just say thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was reminded this weekend by a sweet client of mine named Noni that the space that I hold oftentimes, and I was talking to my sister Nye about this, the space that I often hold sometimes is it's not privy to me. And this is not a Leo big ups ego type of thing. To be truthful with you, I have to say that off the cuff because I'm not a Leo, and I have to make sure that my Leo information and my rising and moon and Venus doesn't come off as such. This is a real, like, wow, God, sometimes I don't realize what it is that comes through. Sometimes we don't realize the blessings that we put on people. And I believe, just using myself as an example, it's a good time sometime to pause and recognize not only the blessings that are around you, but the blessing that you are. And Noni and I helped me to see that. And I actually helped myself to see that. I paused and was like, wow. Because sometimes you think, is this the reading? Is this the download? Is this the weekly rundown? Sometimes you think like possibly maybe you're just not doing your job. Sometimes you think like, why am I here? What am I doing? I know what I'd like to do. I know how much money I want in my pocket. I know the type of people that I want around me. I know the work that I am dying to do, that I'm living to do. But quite honestly, sometimes you don't know if it matches up with your purpose, if it matches up with what your ancestors and your guides and what spirit wants you to do in a moment in time. So you get a little gnarly with it. You get a little insecure. You get a little thrown off. You know what I mean? And in my case, sometimes I just forget it. I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I just put it in the back of my mind and say, and I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever the case. To be truthful with you, I've learned to dismiss what it is that comes through me in a way in which my ego will not get attached to it, in a way in which I can allow God to just work through me. So little commercial just to say thank you. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for my clients for responding to me. And as Noni reminded me, you may not have a billion followers on this worldwide webby thing, but you are changing lives. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Spirit for putting me in this position for a few hundred of you, if not a thousand of you. Like, to be truthful with you, as long as I do my job in the corner in which I stand, that's all I can be thankful for. Is because when I go home, when I get the heck up out of here, when my time is my time, you know, I can say I did my job. That's my biggest prayer. Sonia, did you do your job? Let me say what's happening to all the people that are rolling in. Not too many people on Instagram right now, but I'm glad you're here. Whoever is here that has come in and out. But the folks on YouTube, what it is? I don't necessarily, is that eclipsed you? Oh, okay. I like that. eclipsed you. Sweet Tea is here. Rabbi Rob is here. Naisia is here. What's happening, Moni Love? And Miss Irene, howdy to you, sweet lady. How are you guys doing on this wonderful, wonderful Monday? Let's get right into it. Oh, wait, because I have to give some type of announcement, right? Yo, I don't know if you went to my Facebook or my Instagram stories, but my rehearsal last night, our rehearsal, was lit as hell, and I'm so incredibly excited. I've changed two players in the game, and shit like that happens. People are not available, people can't do it, people don't want to do it, whatever the case may be. And I got two new players, which totally switches up the chemistry. Mm, mm. All I want to say is June 1st at the Del Monte Speakeasy, and this is not me exaggerating. It's going to be so lit. Have you ever thought to yourself, yo, I just want to get a little bit of culture on me. I just want to get my funk back in my back, that type of feeling. I just want to be around some really good people that have great conversation, that are speaking other things other than the normal, the bullshit, the petty. Come to my show. Come to my show, get fed by what spirit drives through me, but also come to my show so you can talk to some wonderful folks, drink some really clean drinks, have a good time. June 1st, doors open at 7 p.m. at the Del Monte Speakeasy. We was hitting up. And if you came on February 26th for my show, there's about 4 more songs that are added to the set list. So you're going to get a different experience. And like I said, with different players, i.e. the bass player is new. And Tony Scruggs is singing with the sister. She ain't new to me, but she may be new to y'all. And this sister can blow her freaking wig off. Like, she is so incredibly dynamic. And I only like to perform with dynamic people because it's like I was telling them last night, it's like hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, you want to you get into this quiet competition and you're like, oh, you bringing that? You bringing that? This is what I got. I'm bringing this. You bringing that? So that's how it felt last night. And I love, again, performing with people and artists, good-hearted people that lean into the music, lean into the meaning of what we're talking about, and lean into you. So come and spend, what, $12? Come on now. 52 Windward Avenue in Venice. Okay, please come on through. Tell them that you are here to see Sonja Marie and everyone else. Oh, and Fanny Franklin is going to be there too. You don't want to miss her. So come a little bit early, get a nice little seat because seats are limited. It may be standing room only, but you'll have a good time. All right, is that enough? Listen, and if you are a what you call that, a planner, there's a link below in YouTube right here, right below the video in the description box, brings you right to this website called Dice, and you can purchase your ticket, get your little barcode and just roll on in, because it may be some hurt feelings out there like, oh, I didn't know it was pre-sale tickets, y'all don't have a couple of extra seats. At least that's my wish anyway. Okay, so get your pre-sale ticket. If you're on Instagram, you like to roam Instagram, it's right there in my bio. I got you. And if you don't want to go to either one of them, go to my website, wordlifeastrology.com /artist, okay? Or wordlife-artist. My artist page on my website, wordlifeastrology.com. All right, y'all, let's get on in it. D Stokes is here. What up, D Stokes? How you doing, sweet lady? What's going on with you and yours? I love you, mama, and I pray everything is well with you today. Let's get it moving. Let's talk about this week. This is an interesting week in a sense that I forgot what I titled it. Oh, get out of the mood or use it for the mood. There's an interesting level of positivity that we could all be feeling on some level. And if you're one of them, please say yes, yes, y'all, or put 3 Y's up, or go, amen, whatever the case may be, however you want to co-sign your sister. If you're feeling positive these days, let's talk about that real quick. And then let's talk about how this week is going to take a little dip into the moon in Cancer that's making us revisit a lot of feelings too. You feeling it, Arinetta? How you doing, lady? You good? You good? Irenetta's feeling it, and D Stokes, of course, I know you're feeling it. This is a little ways of like a little pump up. What I was getting in the shower just now, it's like a little pump up of I think I could do this, or perspectives in which I will confirm in a couple of aspects, astrological aspects this week. Perspectives are changing in a way in which I can see myself, my situation a lot differently. Hello, Iris V. Does that make sense to anyone? D Stokes, Nicia, Aranetta, do y'all rock with that a little bit? Like, I can see different sides to a situation, and sometimes that's really all it takes, especially if we're in this Gemini season. Especially if we're in this Gemini season, because Geminis are notorious for that, for seeing things through different lenses. But there's joy that's coming with that. There's optimism that's coming with that. There's opportunities that's coming with that. Now, if you are one of the people who are inundated by negative people or negative reoccurrences, meaning that you stuck on what's happening in this government, or you stuck on what's going on in your neighborhood. Now listen, I'm not saying these things are not important, but the key word is stuck. Are you stuck on the things that you cannot control? If you are, possibly you're not able to experience this joy that wants to come for everybody. It's for you too. Like, for real, open your heart enough to see it, to feel it, to want it in, or else you are a glutton for your own punishment. And oftentimes, not to get too deep, but I'm being told to say this. Oftentimes, yeah, it's conditioning. It's how we were raised. It's the fact that sometimes I believe that we believe that survival and the need to be stressed out about a thing is the way to get through. That's so fucking farce, man. Y'all know that's so fake, right? Y'all know that is not the way. God, spirit, in my opinion and in my belief system, doesn't work through hard. Spirit doesn't work through bust your ass and bleed and argue and fight and I give you a reward. That's human shit. There's human things that we need to learn, but please don't couple that up with why God wants us to work hard at a thing. Does that make sense? It's not religious. It's not a spiritual thing to bleed. It's a spiritual thing. It's an open-ended thing. It's a true benefit for you to get the thing with ease, with joy, when we release and we have less resistance. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I think I can preach on that thing. And I think you kind of know that. But for somebody, you may need that reminder. And it's okay to be reminded every now and again. It's okay to be thrown back. It's okay to fall down and scrape your knees and go, God damn, I need to find my happy again. It's okay. Because the more we do that, the more we scrape our knees, the more we fall into habits again and again and again, the more we realize how useless they are. Does that make sense? The more we get tired of our own bullshit. I'm speaking, the way I see it, but I'm hoping y'all understand. Does that make sense? But this week wants to throw us into a little bit of an emotional tizzy. And I want y'all, please, to all recognize and realize that it's just a mood. It's a way to kind of dip back into the throes of who we were in order to go forward. And it's not that heavy. It just can be a little pesky. You understand? So I'm going to bring y'all through that real quick. And again, depending on who you are, you might not even feel it. Depending on, like I said at the top of this, what sign you are, what your risings are, what your moon is, and all the things, you might not even be privy to it. But guarantees somebody around you is going to be in this throw of emotional like recollection. And when that happens, prayerfully, maybe this information will help you to tow them through it. Does that make sense? Because we love each other and we're responsible for each other for some reason. Not for some reason. We're responsible for each other on some level, is what I wanted to say. So do your part, okay? Just do your part for those that matter. All right, let's rock on into this. Today, happy new moon in Gemini. 6 degrees, that is. To the village, how you doing? If you hear, other than Miss Irene and D. Stokes, you may hear some repetitive information, but just hold on and add whatever it is that you want to add to the mix to let the people know and understand a little bit more. Okay. This new moon brings new information that is all Gemini like. Yes, at 6 degrees. So if you know your chart and you see anything in your chart at 6 degrees, know that this new moon is hitting you specifically in a way that you can benefit and wake up. Wake up to what? To new opportunities that Gemini is given, new ways of communicating, new ways of hearing things, new ways of gathering information, new perspectives to garner in order to move through any tough spaces or in order just to plow through and get what it is that you desire and what you deserve. New moon in Gemini brings new social opportunities to you. Are you going out to new clubs? Do you have new friends that you want to hook up with? Are there new books to read, new information to research to put you up on game of where it is you need to go next? I'm asking you this. Here's the new moon energy coming for you. But please know, in conjunction with that, right, that new moon is hitting up Saturn. Specifically, it's a sextile to Saturn, which means that the new moon in Gemini is 60 degrees away from Saturn in Aries. And if Saturn in Aries is moving fast to get the lesson, this new moon information that's coming through is asking you and your intellectual capacity to get it just as quick. Does that make sense? Meaning, this new information that may come to you, and please look at where 6 degrees Gemini is in your chart to see specifically how it's coming for you. But this new moon information that's coming through you, to you, about you, and for you, needs you to put some discipline on it and needs for you to do it quickly. Needs you to recognize it quickly, utilize it quickly, understand it quickly. Please do not second guess it. Because like I said at the top of this thing, joy is for all of us. And oftentimes we would like to second guess joy because we are conditioned to survive, to bleed, to make things worse before it's better. Please, boo boo, those days are over. Those days are over. Because you know, in this moment in time and in this incarnation, what up, Judy Applegate? In this carnation, in this moment where we're going, we are more in power than what we have in the past have given us ourselves credit for. This evolution that's happening is allowing us to see as we spiral up through the things, the murky, the muck, the blessings, all of it is allowing us to see how incredibly dope we are. More specifically, how close we are to spirit, how close we are to hearing the things, the exact things that we need to do. We are all leveling up, y'all. That's why, in my opinion, these reports are incredibly necessary because it gives us tools throughout the day, throughout the week to help us to continue on that level up. Otherwise, we get stunted. And there's no judgment if you get stunted, you just can get back up. We are co-creating this environment in which we live in. So we have to give ourselves a little bit more power, a little bit more credit, and also see ourselves in the mirror for the bullshit that we hold ourselves to. So with this new moon information coming in with Saturn, it's like, I need for you to work. Whatever it is, it's new information that's coming in. I need you to be disciplined in it. I need you to get it quicker than quit. And I need you to work through it like you know who the fuck you are. Does that make sense to everybody? Talking to you, I'm talking to you. Does that make sense? At the same time, that new information is asking that you ask questions. That new moon in Gemini is absolutely conjuncting, which means it's the same sign as Mercury in Gemini. Ooh, ask the questions. Gemini is so incredibly inquisitive, nosy, curious, all the things, like wants the information. So if you need to, again, apply, hitch on to this evolution, to this new moon information in order to spring you forward, like, come on, get that thing by asking for it. But you got to know your worth in it, though. It makes no sense to ask for a thing and then shit on what it is that you're giving. Does that make sense? I think I utilized that analogy once or twice before, but God is like, yo, you want money? But if I give you the money, what you gonna do with it? So sometimes we got to research, we got to plan, we got to figure it out. We have to compartmentalize. We have to say, I need $5 for this, $10 for this, $100 for this, $20 for this, God. Bring this new information in. I'm compartmentalizing the thing, utilizing my brain, my mental ability, asking the questions, listening through the words. You understand what I'm saying? I said that purposely, through the words, so you can understand exactly what God is telling you. That's that new moon information coupling up with Mercury, right? The mind is moving in all directions to plan a thing. How are you going to handle that? How are you going to handle that? Are we back, IG? Let me know, please, because it went out for a quick second. Somebody on here just say, yep, Sonja, we here. Okay. Also, now check this out. I just mentioned, it's hard for me not to be a teacher, y'all. I always come on here and I'm like, squirrel. I always come on here and I go, I can't say too much information. Okay, Judy, thank you, babe. I can't say too much information because I'm going to lose people, but I love to teach. So maybe you can follow me on this. I just spoke to you about Mercury being highlighted by this new moon information that's coming through, right? Thank you, D Stokes, baby love. I just told you about this new moon highlighting Mercury, the questions that need to be answered. Now, check this out. Mercury is being aspected by a sextile to Neptune. Oh, so that means one thing is bouncing off the other thing. Yes. If you're smart enough to break that down, yes. That means that this new information is coming in Gemini style, hitting up our brain to ask the questions, to talk about a thing, to reach out to people, to create the emails, to blind text somebody and go, hey, I know you in such and such and such. You think you can give me such and such's number? Just to be out there, communicate like Gemini likes to do, like the brain likes to do, Mercury likes to do. And by the way, squirrel, Mercury is Gemini's planet. So it's very important that we get this Mercury connection. Now, Mercury is saying to Neptune, I need for you to get the info from God. Neptune is spirit, imagination. Neptune is escapisms too. So maybe possibly, and I'm not advocating for drugs. Don't talk about me, please do not. And I don't care what these YouTube people say, but I'm just letting you know. I'm not advocating for drugs, but Neptune is drugs. And maybe possibly tonight, you hit a little doobie, you hit a little chiba chiba. I'm from the 80s, y'all. You hear a little chiba chiba, and that opens up that Neptune head to go, I never heard lyrics like this before. I never heard what to do as I walk through the door. Oh shit, I'm rhyming. I'm freestyling. You end up freestyling and get this information that's coming through spirit, through your creativity. That's Neptune. But also Neptune can flip on you too. And if you're in the space in which you don't want to hear the information that's coming through, you can get confused. So if you have a bout of confusion today, you have a bout of some type of illusion today, you're in denial about the things and the information that wants to come at you, hit a doobie. No, I'm just joking. Meditate, sit back, take your time, relax your mind. Sonja in her 80s bag today. Take your time, relax your mind. Listen, take your time, pull back so you can get clear. Because Neptune is trying to give you information from spirit, is the point. Okay? Ask the questions if you need to. And I'm saying that to you too. If y'all have any questions, let me know, all right? Put a bunch of question marks behind it or a couple of exclamation points so I can see. Because if you can't tell, every time I do this, that means I'm squinching and I can't see what's really happening. So I want to be able to see your question, okay? Also, we still on Monday for anybody that's coming in new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also on Monday, last little aspect we're going to talk about, that new moon is hitting up Pluto going reverse. Anjay, you here, baby love? How you feeling, sweetie? You good? That new moon is trining up Pluto that's going retrograde. That's a good thing. Now, the village is going to remember that I said this. I thought of this wonderful analogy that came through spirit when we had our village. Y'all don't know what the village is. It's a bunch of us, maybe like 13, 14 right now. I kind of lost count. People go in and out. We come together bi-monthly to talk astrology, but also we have cultivated a true safe space of some beautiful women all over the country that excuse me for burping, y'all, that share in a very vulnerable place. And if you want to join us for $44 a month, please do so by going to my website at wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com on my village page. Okay, cool. So I was saying to the village this past Thursday that this analogy for the new moon trine in Pluto going retrograde, it's almost like when you jump in the deep end of the pool when you were a kid. Did y'all ever do this? If you swam or saw somebody do this, and you hold your breath long enough to touch the bottom. You're kind of like in competition with yourself and whoever else is in the pool with you. You touch the bottom and then you spring back on up. That's this new moon trining Pluto going retrograde, because Pluto is asking that you go deep with this new information, this new opportunities, these new things that are coming in Gemini style. Go deep, touch the bottom, and then spring back up. Does that make sense to anybody, or y'all need me to further explain? And that's a real question. I won't take offense if you want me to explain even further, because Sonja is very poetic and analogies come through to me like that from spirit. Very grateful for it. But oftentimes it can be a little confusing. Specifically, and let me give you an example, possibly maybe in somebody's lives, right? Give me a good one, spirit. Okay, in order for you to learn how to be a good friend, because Gemini not just deals with friends, that's really Aquarius, but it's more so Gemini deals with social ability, right? The ability to be out there. RJ said, break it down for him. The ability to be out there in the world, right? And have the small talk, have the interesting conversations, right? If you're looking for a new way to socialize, Pluto says, before you do that thing, take a deep dive into you and recognize why you weren't able to do that before. Were you the type of person that hogged the conversation and just likes to talk over people and continuously talk and add yourself in the mix every single time somebody says something about their little cute dog or their family? You're like, yeah, I got a cute dog. Oh, yeah, I got a cute family. Like, you are not a participant when it comes to direct and effective communication in order to socialize. In order to socialize in a way that makes you feel full and balanced and equally yoked. Maybe you got to take a deep dive, like Pluto was saying, going retrograde, and unpack some things. Oh, yeah, I used to do that thing. If I want new friends and I want to be in a new social environment, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should listen differently. Maybe I shouldn't talk over people. Maybe I should pause before I answer. Maybe I should pick out one or two people in the crowd in order to have a conversation with, so I'm not stuck in the corner holding up the wall. Get your back up off the wall. You get what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you? Anybody? I hope so. And I pray that the people on Instagram are inviting people to come over. Please do that thing. There's some good information that's about to come through. I can feel it. And I feel serious today, but in a loving, kind of open and jubilant way. So let's get to even some more. This new moon in Gemini is hitting us all, especially again, air signs like Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Whenever there's a new moon, little education, squirrel, a little education for you. Whenever there's a new moon or a full moon in a particular sign that inhabits a particular energy, earth, fire, air, or water, you will be hit with that information a little bit more than anybody else. Okay? It'll be a little bit more prevalent. Make sense? Let's keep it going. Tomorrow, the moon will be in Gemini still. Yep. And I need to remind y'all that this moon in Gemini will trine Mars in Leo. Love that. You got to see the buildup. You see how the new moon set us up on Monday to get all of these new things, to take advantage of these new things. You see how that works, right? To be open to it, to ask the questions. And then on Tuesdays, there's a prep for you to move now. Because when that new moon that's lingering still, even as it goes into tomorrow, as it hits Mars, Mars says, all right, baby bubba, what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do? How we gonna motivate? How we gonna take that information, the plans, the text, responses that somebody gave you, the books that you have. You understand what I'm saying? The communication, the compartments, how you break things down. How you going to take that thing and do something with it, move on it, be motivated, be determined, have some sex. I know that just came out of nowhere for some, but Mars is about sex. So if your thing is about socializing, maybe, and listen, again, I'm not promoting anything. I'm just telling the information that I hear. Maybe there's somebody out there that has a hard time flirting, i.e., being sociable. And maybe a good social event can turn into a nice, memorable one night stand. Do I advocate one night stands? I mean, sometimes maybe. I'm not telling you to go against your husband or your wife. All I'm saying is open yourself up to new opportunities and perspectives that want to come through. And then Mars says, move on it. Mars says, do something with it. And if Mars is sex and it's coming through for you that way, why not make yourself feel good? Two adults consenting with no fucking baby oil in copious amounts. Anyway, I'm not going down that street, but I will say ain't nothing wrong with it when you both feel good about it. You dig? And it can allow you to relax. Because a lot of us have been caught, ooh, spirit got me going down another road. A lot of us have been caught in being isolated, like we talked about a couple of times on here. And being social is the cure for a few of us, just to put yourself out there. Why? Because we are community freaking based animals. We need to socialize. You can't do this by yourself. That's my point. You cannot do this by yourself. Okay. So anyway, Mars says do something about it. Take the story, get the story, build on the idea, move on the thing, have sex for one good night or have sex a couple of good nights, but spark it tonight. You understand me? I mean, tomorrow or whatever. Do something about it. Okay. Also tomorrow, with that moon in Gemini, it's going to sextile Venus. Stay passionate. Ooh, with Mars, come on now. Stay passionate, determined. After the mood, wait, alter your mood to the present moment, to the present bliss. Thank you, God. With the moon in Gemini sextiling Venus in Aries is saying stay present as well to the present bliss that you are experiencing. What's happening now is what matters. Venus in Aries is real fast, as we know, and it's a fast kind of lover. It's a fast kind of excited kind of person. So it's like striking a match and feeling all the feels like you had a festival, woo, and then you got to go to work the next morning. So the bottom line is that the moon sextiling fast as Venus is like stay present Tuesday. Feeling the feelings that you have, this new information that wants to come through, utilize it in the moment and don't miss a drop. When somebody tomorrow wants to come through and break up a laugh fest, don't you hate that, squirrel? Don't you hate when you're like in a little cipher of people, maybe 3 or 4 people, and y'all all giggling about something? And sometimes you even forget what you're giggling about, and then just the laughter just keeps going, and y'all just laughing for laughing's sake. And then there'll be a Debbie Downer that comes in and be like, what y'all laughing at? Why didn't y'all tell me? What's the joke? It's like, wait, hold on. Don't take us out of our laugh. Just sit there and enjoy the laugh without having to know what we're laughing about. For laughing's sake, for joy's sake, for feeling jubilant, for hijacking on their joy. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Yes, y'all. Y'all getting this? So stay present in that tomorrow. Don't let anybody come through and absorb it for their good, but also knock it off the box. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Tell them to get their own joy or tell them to pipe down for a quick second, because we need every drop of joy this week, that we can muster and or be involved with. Trust me when I tell you. Okay? And it's not a negative thing. It's not like, oh shit, Sonya, what's about to happen? That's not where I'm going. I'm just saying that sometimes as I go into Wednesday, emotions can take over for people. And they forget about the good time or the good run-in that they had with a stranger, or the good run-in or the good one-night stand that they have. And the next thing you know, they got to leave their house. And then all of a sudden their joy is gone. It's good to hold on to those little capsules of joy, no? To bring through the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, no? Talk to me, y'all. On Wednesday, here we go. The moon will be in Gemini until 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me take a sip. Y'all have questions? Ask a sister. Let me know. And by the way, I am pumping up my sister's coffee shop. This is called Monte's. Monte's is located in Culver City, as you can see, Tokyo, as you can see, and Venice Beach. Yep. Their coffee is so good. I'm drinking tea right now, y'all, but their coffee is really, really good. Look them up. Commercial. All right, let's go into Wednesday because, like I said, it starts off the moon that is in Gemini. And remember, if you're new, we talk about the moon because the moon garners our emotions and garners our reactions to things and our expressions. And oftentimes we get thrown off by the moon on a daily basis and we miss the gems in which the other planets and the other energies are trying to give us because of our mood. A mood is a mood. It's very, very fleeting. It's very important, but it is a come and go kind of situation. So I want to let y'all know that. Okay. The moon in Gemini on Wednesday, before it goes into Cancer, though, is going to hit up Jupiter. Al, wake up feeling joyous. Wake up knowing that the opportunities that are coming for you because you deserve it, are coming to you because you are worthy, are coming to you because you spend time to evolve. You spend time to look at different perspectives. You have done your work on you in ways in which other people are not and will never be privy to. Can I get a yes, y'all, on that? Not only are we surviving, but we are thriving through moods, through situations, through come ups and come downs. In the last couple of months, even in a way in which you're like, God damn, if I tell people this, they would think I was batty. Batty. Yes, they would. Because it's always in one day, it's like this, kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you don't want to say all the things to people because you look crazy. Does that make sense? So I say bravo to you. Thank God. Thanks, Spirit, your ancestors and your guides for bringing you through. So these little pockets of joy are necessary. Okay? That's when we wake up on Wednesday. But quickly, we will take a turn because when the moon goes into Cancer, she got a whole nother plan in store. She got her whole other thing happening, right? When the moon goes into Cancer, we are apt to hold on to our feelings a little bit more, gripping. We are apt to hold on to the past. We are apt to hold on to what family wants over what we need. We are apt to be that uber mom taking care of everybody, even if you don't have kids. You understand what I'm saying? We are apt to be incredibly emotional for reasons that we don't even know. Why? Because sometimes Cancer energy, when the moon is in Cancer, what's up, Lola? When the moon is in Cancer, we all, not just Cancer people and water sign people, but when the moon is in Cancer, we all have the propensity to pick up on other people's feelings without knowing. And again, my famous example is we walk into Trader Joe's and walk by 2 or 3 people that just lost their husband, their dog, their job. And all of a sudden, if you don't know, you're within 2 feet of people, you feel their energy. That's a whole nother class that I used to teach. But in any case, that auric field picks up on people within 2 feet. That's a big ass that's huge. You got to be away from people in order to talk to them and don't feel what's going on in their life. Ain't that crazy? And if you super duper sensitive, you still can feel it, even if you're on the telephone. Anyway, the bottom line is that we are all apt to pick up on people's feelings. Oza knows she has a Cancer rising, right? We are apt to pick up on people's feelings. And this is when the emotional instability can begin, and we begin to forget the joy we just picked up on. We begin to forget all the new moon information that just came in that Gemini is bringing through very superficially, but happily. That's his job. Okay. Other signs go deep, but Gemini says, fuck that. I'm staying in the shallow end and I don't care. But we need that every now and again, right? Because we got to catch our breath. So please don't forget about catching your breath. Please don't forget about the sweet spots, because here comes that moon in Cancer on Wednesday, squaring up Saturn. As I scratch my neck. Because as the astrology students know, that is not one of the most desirable aspects to have in the middle of the week, hump day for that much, right? I got rehearsal again that day. I pray everything goes well. That moon in Cancer, again, at the very least, will make you emotional. Squaring up against Saturn and Aries, it's saying that there's an emotional standoff to the work that you have to do, the discipline that needs to be done in order for you to move forward. Please do yourself a favor on that day. Find solutions quicker than quick. Hey, Tiffany. Find solutions quicker than quick on that day without going into your bag of emotions. Do y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Don't come on here and leave comments on Wednesday and be like, Sonja, I forgot about this Wednesday, girl. I got caught up in my feelings and I wasn't able to finish my report for school. I wasn't able to finish my project at work. I wasn't able to go to the gym and work out the way I needed to do because I got so caught up in my tears. I got so caught up in the past. My old boo-boo called me or text me and I got caught up. And you said have a one-night stand, not with the old boo-boo, crazy. Watch out for the boo-boos coming back on that one night stand. That's a couple days before. Don't mix it up with your emotions, okay? Because that motherfucker can keep you off your what? Your Saturn, your discipline for self. Heard these folks? Heard? Come on now. Find a solution so your pain doesn't get wrapped up and caught up in what it should feel like. And again, like I said, Cancer energy harbors on the past. That's a good day in which the past, the old boo-boo, or any past situation can come up and try to clink you real quick. And you're like, what the hell? Why these emotions won't go away? Why this person, this situation won't leave me alone? It's making me cry, making me angry, making me frustrated, all the things. Remember, it's a mood. It's a straight mood. So rock through it, go through it, feel through it. Tell them I can't talk to you today. I can't. The stuttering and everything. I can't. Wait for another couple of days. All right. Also, that moon in Cancer wants to square up Neptune. Yes, Saturn and Neptune are both in Aries. Okay. So Neptune brings the clouds. Whenever there's a square to Neptune, automatically we get thrown into confusion. Well, I thought, well, you said rehearsal was, and then I came, and then I got caught up. Oh, please, God, don't let that happen. We got to get this thing going. I said, you said, we all said, what's going on? I have no idea, and now I'm going to cry. Because that Neptune and Aries, first of all, Aries is fast. So that Neptune in Aries wants to get a thing real quick and then absorbs, I should say, throws it into this confused, kind of delusional, spiraling out, and possibly maybe a space in which you want to smoke out. You want to drink. Here comes this Gemini energy that's dealing with being social in conjunction with this with this escapism energy that makes you want to hide out on Wednesday because your feelings are hurt. Did you hear what I just said? When your feelings get hurt, deal with it responsibly. If your feelings get hurt on Wednesday, deal with it responsibly. And that looks like meditation. That looks like prayer. That looks like a quick conversation. That looks like some heartfelt understanding. That looks like I need for you to hear me right now. And if you can't hear me, then we're going to have to get back to this situation, this conversation another day. Because Neptune can throw you out and get you cloudy. And then you may say some things, do some things that you don't want to go back on. You dig? Does that make sense to everybody? And also at the end of Wednesday, if we have a hard time with that confusion, that misunderstanding, again, the escapisms, you know what I mean, can't get to your creativity on that day because, again, it's too cloudy due to emotional upheavals that's happening within you or without you, right? The moon in Cancer is also quincunxing Pluto going retrograde. So that feeling gets you out of place, makes you feel like a loss of power, like you have a loss of power, like you are not transforming in the way that you would like to transform. And pause. Squirrel. That's the heart. That's the core of this particular week, is that these moods get us caught up in a tizzy oftentimes, especially through this week when this moon is in Cancer, and it feels like it's taking power away from us. The Debbie Downer is coming in the room, and all of a sudden, not only am I sad, now I can't see the perspectives that I used to see. This person takes a job away from me, and not only am I sad and feel worthless and broke, I can't see the fact that my sister put my name in the hat for a new job, and all I have to do is go to Nantucket in order to get the thing. Don't ask me where Nantucket came from, y'all. Does that make sense? It's not necessarily a hard week, Judy, and you know me better than that to know that I do my best to stay off of good and bad or hard and easy, because it's all how you flip it. It's how you flip the thing. And knowing this information is my prayer, knowing that this information is out there, right? And you can prepare for it. It makes you, again, prepared for what's coming at you, what's surrounding you. It's not necessarily hard because, again, Gemini and Jupiter is giving us the fun times. We have to remember the bliss in order to swim through the deep end. Does that make sense, everybody? But again, specifically with that Pluto being quincunx, there's a sense of power. And there's a sense of power being lost. Let me finish that sentence. And with that power being lost, your ego can get all caught in a bunch. You dig? And then you forget the bliss because I got to prove something now. You forget the bliss, or you get hard on yourself, because you recognize that these old things that are coming back to get you, these old emotions that are coming up, the old boo-boo is throwing you off your square again. And now all of a sudden you're insecure again. Now all of a sudden you invited, and I pray that this doesn't trigger anyone, but you invited the man or the woman back to abuse you again. Physically, emotionally, psychologically. All of a sudden you feel like your power is being taken away after you built months, years. And then all of a sudden you see him or her and you cower. All of a sudden you recognize a situation that could scare you a little bit and you cower. You don't have to cower. You have God on your side. You have your ancestors on your side. You've been working. Even if you've just been doing a little bit, I'm not here to measure how much work you've been doing. So I pray you don't do the same. If you did a little bit, that's enough, baby. That's enough. But you've been doing this work, so don't let nobody take you off your power and your need and your desire to transform your life. This is your life. You do it how you do it. You heard? All right. Have a little break real quick. Get a little air on a sister. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. And on Thursday, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. What song is that? That's a TV show. Gliding away on a wing and a prayer. Okay. Who should it be? Anyway. I'm all off key and crazy sounding, but I remember that song. Y'all remember that song? The TV show? Somebody know? Okay, let's go. Thursday, believe it or not, there are no aspects, but the moon will stay in Cancer, allowing us to do what? Remember the feelings that we just had? Great American hero. Look at you, Judy. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel. Yes. So, but the way I see it is Thursday gives us, because there's no aspects. And what I mean by that, if you don't know, IG is trying to come back, y'all. There we go. And what I mean by that, if you don't know, is that there's no moon trine in this, Neptune square in this. There's none of that on Thursday. But, and a big Sonia Yonkers booty but we have the opportunity to go through, mull over, sit with the emotional things that are around us that's been building up over the last day and a half. Do you agree? Does that make sense? Huh? You heard what I said, right? About the week, the day before, rather. So even though there's nothing to do or nothing to feel, nothing to really contend with on Thursday, what you're contending with is the fact that, yeah, let me sit in these emotions real quick before I make any hash decisions, before I tell somebody off. Let me recognize if this thing is me holding on to the past, if this is old Sonja that wants to come up and reclaim some shit, or if this old Sonja just needs to fade to black and allow this new situation to just take its position. Let me sit back and recognize that I am not a victim. Let me look at my family and be appreciative of my family in the ways in which, this is Thursday, in the ways in which I can grow from them. We choose our families, squirrel. We choose our families, whether you want to believe it or not, especially our mothers and fathers. And regardless of what it is that they put us through, what it is that we feel like we are a victim of, we needed to go through that in order to learn more about ourselves in this incarnation. That is the premise of all of my readings, y'all. Get one. Wordlifeastrology.com/readings. Please. I do my best to empower us for us because it's nobody's fault and we're not a victim. We choose this thing. All right. So Thursday is that day to recognize, what the heck have I chosen this for? What am I really doing here? Why am I really feeling this? Does that make sense? And if you are a Capricorn, an Aries, or a Libra, this may be hard for you to do, because Capricorn is opposite Cancer, and Aries and Libra are square to Cancer energy. So on Thursday, you just may be quick to get back to the happy, quick to being practical again, quick to just moving and doing what you need to do and staying physical. But I will encourage you, all of us, especially the Capricorns, Aries, and Libra, to sit back and really feel some things through on Thursday. It's necessary to connect with the heart always. It's necessary to hit the bottom of the pool to recognize what's everywhere. What's on the shallow side, what's on the deep end, what's everywhere, so you can be prepared. Does this make sense? Y'all understand my poetry or what? Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me, yo. What up, Brandon Jones? How you feeling today? Hello. Oh, that's good God. Hello, sweet lady. Hi, Marshall. How you doing? Okay, here we go. Friday. The tables turn just a sec, just a little bit. Why? Because most of the day, the moon will be in Cancer, right? So we're getting that residual emotional thing off. But what's happening with that moon in Cancer is wants to sextile Uranus. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Isn't the universe dope? Are y'all listening to the story? So here comes Uranus. If y'all don't know what Uranus is, change, switch. Here comes Uranus. So the moon is sextiling Uranus. The moods are sextiling Uranus. The moods are saying, after we sat in that shit the day before, the moods are saying, okay, babe, we got to change now. We got to shift this. We got to not only look at from a different perspective, we have to encourage ourselves and other people, the positivity that's in, and the possibilities that's in that shift, that change. And oftentimes it can come as a surprise. Right, because that's how Uranus works. Now, meaning that somebody can help change your mood by giving you a piece of cake. Somebody can help change your mood by awarding you the grant that you filled out for, right? Surprise. That's how Uranus works. Switches and surprises out of nowhere, changing your mood, not only for the better, but allowing you to get up out of that deep end, you dig? Allowing you to let go of the past, you dig? All of that shit you've been mulling over the day before. Y'all got me? That makes sense? Come on now. I like this rundown. I'm setting it all up. Bing, bang, boom. Let's go. All right. So then what happens later on in Friday, the moon goes into Leo at 4:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pause. Let me take a little sip. Just to take a step back, the chatter says, sounds like Thursday is like a pullover rest area from the emotional journey of Tuesday and Wednesday. That's my point. That's exactly what they saying, girls. Well, guys, I can't tell what you are. Or they, please forgive me. Okay, so Friday, here we go. We start off in that emotional space, but Uranus says, yeah, change that shit, shift that thing. Take that surprise as a nudge to go in a whole nother direction, because when the moon gets into Leo, it's a whole nother party, y'all. When the moon goes into Leo, now it likes all them Aries planets that the moon in Cancer was just contending with. You dig? You see how the switch up happens? I love it if you pay attention, right? That moon in Leo trines Saturn. So back to the game, back to the grind, back to figuring it out and working out your time. Move through it with love. Yes, always love. Love is always in the mix. But Saturn brings the kind of love that you will receive and that you will garner again through hard work, through discipline, through rituals, through boundaries, through certain restrictions. You understand? Understanding your dad, understanding why he's in your life. Excuse me, Saturn is daddy issues, right? So understanding why things are hard, why things were hard with you and your dad, understanding why life can be hard, period. Without your dad or whatever. The point is that life can be hard. Life is hard working. That's what Saturn says. Saturn is like the old grandpa, by the way, the one that cracks the whip. I need you to do what I'm telling you to do in order to move forward. So on Friday, with that moon going into Leo, we will have the courage, the feelings, the propulsion, the confidence to do the thing that Saturn, our hard work, is telling us to do. Bottom line, point blank. And also, it will be right back on track with Neptune, because Neptune is in Aries. So now the clouds will part, if you haven't parted them yourself earlier, right? A couple of days before. The clouds will part, and here comes the imagination. Here comes a bout of creativity. Here's you seeing a thing the way you need to see it in order to do what? Get closer to God, in order to get closer to yourself, in order to hear the messages that are coming through. Does that make sense? Again, in order to get the inspiration. Then Saturday rolls through with the moon in Leo still. I like Saturday. I like Saturday for all of us, but especially for fire signs, because that moon, and air signs, because that moon in Leo will sextile the moon, Sonja. That moon in Leo will sextile the sun in Gemini. I love that. Good times, big belly laughs, great resources shared and moved on. When Gemini energy and Leo energy gets together, yeah, it's a laugh fest. It's a laugh fest. It's courage. It's talking shit. It's new ideas. It's possibilities. It's all the creativity and the courage to pull that thing out. This is Saturday. But also on Saturday, Mercury gets thrown in the mix. The moon in Leo will sextile Mercury, which is in Aries, by the way. Nope, I'm lying. Mercury's in Gemini. The moon in Leo was sextile Mercury in Gemini. So with this Mercury in Gemini, there's all bunch of, I hope y'all are feeling this, because Mercury turned in Gemini yesterday. I forgot to mention that, but I did last week. Mercury in Gemini, by the way, helps us to have all these different ideas. So here comes Saturday again with good feelings, with that moon and the sun getting together, the feeling and the ego. the mood and the ego. Ego is the sun. But also Mercury is getting in the mix saying, you remember them ideas? Let's talk about them ideas. Let's talk shit up. Let's put it out there. Let's plan for it to happen. Let's shoot something, like meaning like take pictures of something. Because Leo energy, by the way, if you didn't know, loves visuals, loves taking pictures, right? So let's take pictures. Let's document some things. Let's create a story on the story and make what? Our memory, our cellular memory updated a little bit. Again, deposit some more bliss, some more joy, some more optimism in the thing. You are the thing. Does that make sense to everybody? Ask me questions if I lost you. Again, I'm very poetic today, especially on Sunday, the last day that we're going to go through. Sonja's getting this done in an hour and some change. Sunday, that moon in Leo will stay that way mostly all day until it turns into Virgo at the end of the day. And Sunday, by the way, is June 1st. What's happening on June 1st? As the clock just went to an hour and 1 second. That was crazy. June 1st. June 1st? Wait, what's happening June 1st? Sonja Marie and Fanny Franklin are playing at the Del Monte. I don't know what's happening with Beyonce, with Kendrick, with all them mugs. They famous and they dope too. But I'm dope as well. And I hope you're in town because I love for you to come and see us. With that moon in Leo and my moon in Leo, oh, snaps. We're going to have a good time. And the performer in me is going to unleash. That's what happens, y'all. That's what's happening. I can't tell you no more. So that moon in Leo is going to garner a whole lot of energy. Why? Because when we wake up that day, for all of us on the east side and the west side, I can't do it real quick, but anyway, okay. The moon is going to conjunct Mars. Come on now. Energy, courage, bold steps to go somewhere you need to be. Now, Squirrel, I heard earlier there's a lot of people that don't know where they're going. Are you one of them? Can y'all talk to me? Are you one of the people that just have no idea where the heck your steps are taking you right now? I'm going to show out, D. You know I'm going to show out on June 1st at the Del Monte Speakeasy, 52 Windward Avenue in Venice at 7 p.m., $12 to get in. You know I'm going to show out. With my moon in Leo, it's on and popping. But back to the question at hand. Are there a few of you that are walking diligently, courageously in a way, but you have no idea where the hell you're going? I'm just going to say that's me. I'm going to put myself in the mix. Can this Leo rise and talk about her? Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. I know that I come on here every Monday and talk to y'all in hopes that I'm helping somebody somewhere. That's all I know I'm doing. I know I'm Kamau's mama. I know I'm Mystic's human. I know I live in LA, but goddamn it, sometimes I don't know what the heck I'm doing throughout a day. I'll just walk through. I hear spirit go, make a left. And I'm like, okay, let's make a left. Go right. Okay, call this one. Okay. Are you one of them? Trust in spirit right now, D Stokes. Me, it's just me and you, D Stokes. It's just me and you. So y'all all got it together. Y'all all know where y'all going. Big ups to you. I'm not here to shit on your confidence and your direction. But I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people that don't know what the heck they're doing. You too, Judy Applegate. A lot of people have no idea. And I believe, honestly, that is scary. Incredibly faith-seeking and faithful you have to be, right? But it's also an open door to a new life in which we are allowing and surrendering to spirit to take a hold of. It's that faith walk for sure. And it's really, really nerve-wracking for a lot of people. I get it. But I've lived on the planet long enough to know. I'll be 55 July 7th. I lived on the planet long enough to know that as long as we give it up to spirit, we get to go exactly where we're supposed to. Y'all get that? It might not look like we wanted to. We might have blinders on the whole way. But when we get there and the blinders are off, you will be so appreciative of it. And I say all that to say is that Sunday is one of them days in which you rev it up. Boom, 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 boom. You rev it up, right? You like my sound effects? Maybe not. You rev it up and you get to going, you get to walking, you even put the blindfold on yourself. You step into God courageously, like the lion that you are. Somewhere in your chart, you don't even have to be a Leo, but somewhere in your chart, that lion wants to unleash. What is it? Where is it? Talk about it. Write about it. You understand what I'm saying? Especially on Sunday, ignite it. Do the first 2 steps for it and watch the rest just follow. All right. Also on Sunday, that moon in Leo will trine Venus in our passion, in our worth. I like that. I like the combination of that. All right, Tiffany, Leo, you better get it on Sunday. Let's go. So here's the thing on Sunday with that moon conjuncting Mars saying, yeah, let's move in our passion and our courage. That moon is also trining Venus, telling you you're worthy, telling you possibly here's the money for it, telling you possibly here's the love to ignite it, not only from yourself, which is the most important, but possibly maybe a new partner or a new way in which your partner has decided to love up on you and give you the affection and the attention that you deserve. Leo energy loves attention. It loves affection. So on that day, Sunday, possibly maybe you can get up on that thing. Now, there's also a little air of caution, depending on how you receive this. The moon will square up Uranus. Dear God, let every band member get to my show safely in one piece, and we have an awesome show because I want nobody to be gone and absent. That's the type of shit Uranus brings up when it squares the moon. Oh shit, this person can't come. Oh, sweat. The door is locked and I can't get in. Oh, sweat. Uranus changes things. And this is kind of unfavorable because it's squaring the mood. So, at the very least, changes will come. Swift, surprising changes will come on Sunday in which many of us may not like. But that's in our feelings, though. That's in our mood, though. That's in the moon. Okay? We may not like it, but you got to deal with it. If I show up at the gig minus a player, don't bother me about it. We're going to do the best that we can do. But I'm going to knock on wood on that thing because I want everybody to be present. I even want you to be present. I'm trying to get up to at least 200 people every show for this residency. Can y'all make that happen for me? Please put the number out there and put the prayer out there for me. I need 200. That's how much the room can hold. Let's do it. Okay, but something wants to surprise us on that day. At the very least, make us incredibly scattered. Oh my God, I lost my phone. Oh my God, I left this over here. Oh my God, I did because I'm doing too much because my head is all over the place. Oh my God, where's my feet? You're standing on them. Oh, okay. You understand what I'm saying? Scattered energy with Uranus. So just be aware. Just be aware. That's the best that we can be right now. And take your time driving. Okay. But also on Sunday, last aspect to say, the moon ends Sunday by sextiling Jupiter. Yay. So even though there may be a little scattered brainness on that day, even though 1 or 2 people may not show up to a situation, even though somebody may change their mind on a brunch date that you said you was going to have, maybe you end up at brunch by yourself on Sunday and you sitting there and you're like, God damn it, my friend said they was going to come. Ain't nobody come, but who's the cutie across the way though? Because Jupiter got you, baby. That moon sextile and Jupiter was like, I got some possibilities and some opportunities for you. I got some blessings for you. Don't worry. Still go to brunch. Still sit there and see what can come out of it. Hold on to the bliss that you started this week with. You dig that? Isn't that an awesome way to end this? Come on now, Sonja is good. Find a blessing in Sunday, regardless of what happens. And I'm going to remind myself too, because God only knows. Either way, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a real good time. Show up, okay? Del Monte Speakeasy, 52 Windward Avenue in Venice, California, USA, US of A. Are y'all ready for your card this week? Are y'all ready for your card this week? Are you ready? You think so, D Soaks? She said, you good. You're going to hit 200 with a few waiting at the door. Come on, D. That's my girl. I don't know why you pump me up. You get, I believe it. Every time you say it, I believe it. Thank you, D. All right. All right, all right, all right. This is the time to formulate a question if you might have. We got a little bit of time today. Sonja is breaking this down real simple, nice and neat like today. So we are about an hour, almost 10 minutes in. So y'all want to know anything outside of getting a personal reading for yourself? Please let me know. And we can keep it forward. All right. Pray, Mother, Father, God, and all my guardian angels and ancestors spirit. Join me in this moment of love and light. Today, allow a message to come through for all of us. Loudly to us all and show us exactly what it is that we need to hear. Thank you for this day. Thank you for all night. Thank you for the day. The message is coming through. It's for all of us, y'all. Nice and strong. Like, here we go. What y'all got? Uno carta today. Let us roll. Y'all ready? What sign is Uranus in right now? Uranus is in Taurus. It's still in Taurus. We're at the last couple of degrees of it, these Stokes. But it's in Taurus. I might be wrong, actually. It might be in the teens because Uranus moves really, really slow. Is the economy getting better? What kind of question is that, Tiffany? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea if the economy is getting better. What you think? How's the economy in your pocket? In my opinion, the Sonja Marie answer is as long as your money's good, everything is good. And that might sound a little selfish, but sometimes we can't think past that. I hope that makes sense. I don't know what the answer to that is. I don't know. I think 222 because that's you. Hope they can listen from the outside. Thank you, Cicely. Oh, another Taurus bigging me up. You said outside of a personal reading. Yeah, okay. I get that. You try to be funny, Tiffany. All right, all the comedians in the room. All the comedians in the room. I got you. I got you. Yeah, baby. I don't know. Thank you for asking that question and making me smile. That was funny. I hope it gets better. That's the real answer. My hopes are there. And thank you, Cicely. 222. Let's go. You know, that's my favorite number. As you said that thing on 111, look at that. You see the timestamp on there? Okay. Thank you, Tiffany. Here's our card for the day. Boom. Oh, other direction. This is a very interesting card. And we have not been given this in a while. I don't know how long it's been, but to me, this is very, very appropriate. Hold on, YouTube. I'm going to let the IG people see it real quick because it's important that you get this image, okay? You see, dude? You see, dude? Lazy. Just lazy. Let me tell you how this thing applies to our weekly reading. Because, like we said, that moon in Cancer wants to do what? Sit us down, bring us back, make us lazy, make us immovable, sitting in our feelings, helping us to recognize, I did all I need to do. I need to do some more. I don't need to do any more. I'm just going to sit back and wait for the good times, sit back and wait for the thing. Well, Saturn has been aspected a couple of times this week going, yeah, you might want to sit, you may want to sit back, but there's still some work to do. That's the message of this card. All right. Let me read it and see if y'all get anything else out of it. And let me know, Joe, what you feeling. Let me know what you feeling. Where I'm gonna put this thing at? Hold on. I missed it. All right. This gentleman clearly thinks he's got it made. He sits in his big overstuffed chair, wearing his sunglasses, shaded by his umbrella, with pink slippers and a pina colada in his hand. He doesn't have the energy to get up and do anything because he thinks that he's done it already. He hasn't even turned around to see that the mirror cracking around him on his right is a sure sign that the place that he thinks he's finally arrived at is about to shatter and dissolve before his eyes. The message this card brings is that poolside resort is not your final destination. The journey isn't over yet, y'all, as the white birds flying in the vastness of the sky is trying to show. Your complacency might have arisen from a real sense of achievement, but now it is time to move on. No matter how fuzzy the slippers or how tasty the pina colada, there are skies upon skies still waiting to be explored. Ashe, and let's go is all I want to say. And honestly, I've been praying about that too. So thank you for answering my prayer, Spirit. Like, what else do I need to do in order to move this cart forward, in order to move this incarnation forward? Am I waiting? Am I sitting around? What do I need to tell me the specifics? So I invite y'all to share in that prayer with me. Just ask God to spell it out. Because some of us sometimes, we sit back as humans going, I want to do the work. I want to crack that whip on Saturn. I want Saturn to speak to me and put me in my discipline, but I have no idea what to do and where to start. Have y'all felt that? Right? I don't know who to call. Ghostbusters? What the hell? What do I really do? So that's a prayer, and prayers are always answered. And the thing that you hear, move on it. Let's do it. We got things to do, y'all. Hope to see you on Sunday. All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people that you love, please, and continue to shine in whatever it is that you do. You got this. I know you do. Please come back to the comment section and leave some comments and humor, girl. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're feeling. All right. Much love to you. Take care. Adios.